Warriors! Is the crypto market going to crash? Elon Musk dumped the market. And then today, Binance is being investigated. My name is Coach JV. I am the top health and mindset coach in the world. What you believe in your heart, you think in your mind, will eventually become your words and become your reality. Remember, if you can see it in your mind, eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. Now, I've been sharing with you guys a game. As you look this way at a pandemic, there's a whole nother narrative going on this way. And everything happening by design is FUD. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt is to get you scared, to get you confused, to get you to sell your bags and get out of the space as the biggest shift in generational wealth is happening behind the scenes. I'm here to tell you, warriors, the weak investors are not doing what the real investors are doing. Right now, they are packing their bags. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you the narrative that I see. I'm going to take you on a journey. We're going to watch a video from Cathie Woods, a presentation. Now, Cathie Woods, if you don't know who she is, she's a top investor. So we're going to break down Cathie Woods' video, and then we're going to take you through Binance is now being investigated, and I'm going to take you through my narrative of the players, the Brian Brooks, Jay Clayton, Gary Glenser. These are key players that are moving into key places. And I'm telling you what, warriors, regulation is coming fast and furious. And I need you to watch all the way through this video. It's going to be a 3-minute video. But she says something that I've been saying for a very long time. Listen until the end.
And figure out the transactions. 1.3 trillion is more than twice PayPal's network. So this is, and PayPal's very well developed in the United States, and it is spreading internationally. So how did this happen? In the United States, many investors don't believe this number. And it's because we're not seeing this in the US. The huge unmet need is not in the US, at least not yet. It's in Venezuela, where those people, the people in that country, are losing their purchasing power. It's collapsing around them. Terrible monetary policy, terrible fiscal policy. And that's where you're seeing it around the world. We've done studies on confiscation of wealth. I think
Now, I want to narrate some stuff really quickly. Just hear what she said. The PayPal is massive, and Bitcoin, the blockchain, is dominating 1.3 trillion. This is a massive market. So let's start thinking about the narrative that's happening right now, warriors. They're scaring the crap out of you like cryptocurrency is going to go away. It's going to collapse. Yes, there will be a pullback. There will be a massive pullback. But this is the new infrastructure of your financial system, warriors. Cathie Woods, please go research who she is. She would not be investing in this. Michael Saylor wouldn't put all his money in it. Elon Musk wouldn't be in it. Companies wouldn't be building blockchain protocols. JPM coin would not be created. They wouldn't have a blockchain. Bank of America wouldn't have 83 cryptocurrency patents. Wells Fargo wouldn't invest $5 million. Let's keep the narrative going.
The princes in Saudi Arabia had understood what was going to happen to them. They might have had a private key number in their head and had some assets on the Bitcoin blockchain, because those would not have been confiscated. No one would have known about them. So if we've done lots of studies, and just that application alone, confiscation of wealth, if you take the highest net wealth individuals in the world and you make the assumption that they're trying to hedge against a 5% chance that their wealth will be confiscated, that alone, and I'm talking about not that many people in the world, that alone would be a $2.7 trillion opportunity for a Bitcoin blockchain.
Okay, so what she's saying right there, think about what she just said is, if people in their country think that their money is going to be confiscated, that creates a $2.7 trillion opportunity. We're not talking about America as well, a deflating dollar, that the wealthiest people in the world are running from a deflating dollar into stores of value like gold, silver, Bitcoin. It is not going anywhere, warriors.
The other huge unmet need is in countries where cross-border trading, and I know this is true.
Okay, this is important to listen to. This is where the Ripple XRP narrative comes in, or cross-border payments.
In Africa, where cross-border trading is very, very expensive just because of the currency conversions. So if you look at the average transaction size in that $1.3 trillion of transactions, it's $15,000. And some will quip, oh yeah, that's drug money. The drug money is not on the Bitcoin blockchain anymore because it's too transparent. It's going more to the dark chains, Zcash perhaps, but not to Bitcoin. No, these we believe are business to business transactions. It's B2B. And we're pretty excited about what the Bitcoin blockchain future holds.
Okay, I want you to pay attention now, Warriors. I've been sharing you. You have to be in fundamental cryptocurrencies. I'm going to take you through the regulation narrative as we move forward from here, but I need you to know the game so you don't get wrecked in this marketplace. Listen to what the top investor says.
We believe there will only be a few cryptocurrencies. Now, right now, there are more than 2,000 crypto assets. We believe there will only be 2, 3, or 4 cryptocurrencies, much like we see now. The reserve currency today in the world is the dollar. We know now from the crash that we saw from $20,000 to $3,000 that Bitcoin's market share of the crypto asset ecosystem went from the low 30s to up to now 60. That is what happens during a flight to safety. The world reverts to the reserve currency. The reserve currency of the crypto asset ecosystem, we believe, is Bitcoin. And
so what she's saying is, what we're seeing with the printing machine turned on, I've been explaining to you guys, a low interest rate environment, printing us to infinity, deflating the US dollar, that the smart money is running to a store of value, which is Bitcoin.
Will be a few more currencies, just like there are the yuan, the euro, the yen. So we do believe, and we're looking for those. But we also believe that most of the 2,000 crypto assets in the world today will be pretty worthless because the velocity, it's back to velocity, an economic concept here. The velocity of many of them is going to be enormous because those who are working in the crypto asset ecosystem are always going to default to the reserve currency.
Okay, so what she's saying is basically shit coins. Be careful, Warriors. Be careful with your pump and dumps. Be very, very careful. Okay, so let's continue on the narrative, right? So now we see that Kathy Woods, one of the top investors, is talking about Bitcoin, right? It's not going anywhere, Warriors. You're going to see volatility because we're switching to a new ecosystem. It's called market cycles. There's emotion. There's tons of confusion. Now you have Elon Musk. You have all these people jumping into the space, flooding the market. So if you are not a strong fundamental investor, and if you don't have diamond hands, you are going to get wrecked. You have to be non-emotional, Warriors, because your roller coaster is about to get much bigger. So let's go down the narrative here. Now, Binance US hires former bank, follow me on this, Warriors, former bank regulator Brian Brooks as CEO, former head of Coley department, So we know that he was basically the head legal counsel at Coinbase beginning of last year. He went to the OCC, the Operation of Currency Control for our government, and then becomes the CEO of Binance. Now follow me on this narrative. Now he's the CEO of Binance US. And today, the DOJ, Department of Justice, IRS investigations, crypto exchange, Binance report, the world's largest crypto exchange by volume, is subject to the U.S. money laundering investigation, Bloomberg reports Thursday. Binance Holdings Ltd. is facing federal investigation by the U.S. Department of Justice, and the Internal Revenue Service, Bloomberg says on Thursday. Officials specializing in tax and money laundering investigation are probing the world's largest crypto exchange, according to the report. Binance operates a sprawling global empire of crypto trading, including derivatives, which are essentially barred from the U.S. market. Binance has attempted to protect itself as above board through recent regulatory hires, including former U.S. Senator Max Baucus, former banking regulator Brian Brooks, who was installed as CEO of Binance US. Affiliate last month, Binance is based in Cayman Islands. Whereas you don't think this is happening by design? Okay, Jay Clayton, the head of the SEC last year, on December 22nd, throws out an SEC lawsuit. 2 days earlier, I keep saying BlackRock. Sorry, it's what's the company? Comment down below. You guys know what I'm talking about. The company 2 days later, December 18th, raised their Bitcoin and Ethereum purchase to $600 million, and then he becomes the basically what the consultant for that company. So Jay Clayton leaves the SEC, works for a cryptocurrency company. Brian Brooks leaves the OCC, becomes the head of Binance US, and now there's an investigation, Warriors. This is all narrative to bring in crypto regulation. Just what she was talking about at the end of her video. She was saying, listen, there's thousands of cryptocurrencies. There's only going to be a few standing at the end. And which ones are they? I'm going to discuss at the end of this which ones I think they are. So I'm not a financial advisor. U.S. Securities has brought 75 enforcement actions on crypto industry. The U.S. Securities Exchange Commission has brought 75 enforcement actions against companies and individuals in crypto industry so far, according to a new report by Cornerstone Research. The agency also brought 19 trading suspensions against digital assets market participants, and 43 were litigated in the U.S. district courts. Warriors, it is coming fast and furious. We already talked about this article. This is an old one, but I just want to bring this back to you. State of Crypto Congress takes one step closer to regulatory clarity. A bipartisan bill addressing cryptocurrencies made it through the House of Representatives. Next up is the Senate. This was back on April 27th. Okay, so let's take it a little bit further here. So Ripple Crypto News, the May 21st date that XRP investors need to know, Warriors. I'm just going to put this out on a video right now. I just want you guys to hear this. I want to put it on a video, and I want to say this. I feel deep down in my gut, Warriors, that June is going to be a massive, massive month. For some reason, I feel like it's going to be a month of huge crypto gains. I feel like there's going to be a massive pullback the next couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden, boom, there's going to be these huge gains. Don't take this as financial advice. It's just how I feel, Warriors. I told you guys last month, I think it was, I said April 20th through April 30th, a bunch of stuff happened during that time. So I just state what I feel, and it's cool that we can put it on video. If I'm right, I'm right. If I'm wrong, still right. Okay. So let's go into this. So Ripple is making news on Thursday as crypto prepares for another face-off with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission later this month. A telephone conference between Ripple and the SEC has been set for May 21st. This will have the SEC pushing for legal documents from Ripple concerning legal advice it has gotten concerning the regulatory status of XRP. Magistrate Judge Sarah Netburn will be overseeing the telephonic conference between the two organizations. The SEC is no doubt hoping to gain some ground on its lawsuit against Ripple, but there still is no ruling against the cryptocurrency company. Okay, so when is this? This is on May 21st. Whereas I feel like June, I just feel it. I feel it. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. The battle between Ripple and the SEC has been ongoing for months now. The latest hearing took place on April 30th. Based on Ripple investors reacted on Twitter, they seem confident the XRP is going to beat the SEC in this lawsuit. Okay, I want to show you another narrative here that's beautiful. U.S. Bank Plaid partners to offer open banking sources. Now, what Plaid does, Warriors, Plaid brings the fintech, financial technology. And I want to remind you, back when I was in banking school, we started doing fintech a long time ago. We were switching to fintech, financial technology, and bringing banks into the fintech world, right? Lowering down brick and mortar, lowering down actual people, right? One of your biggest costs is salaries. Kevin and I run a company. Our biggest cost is salaries. So if you need to cut back, you need to move into technology. Where are you going to cut? You're going to cut actual salaries, Warriors. So it's important to understand how businesses run. Businesses are moving into the quantum financial system. They're moving into a new infrastructure. We're moving into a new economy, leverage towards technology. That's Jerome Powell's words. He's worried about the middle class. Most of you watching this video. The mom and pop organizations are going to get wiped out. The retail industry is going to get wiped out. And we are sitting in a zombie economy. All these businesses are propped up by stimulus money. Once that starts to run out and we switch to the new ecosystem, that's when the big switch is going to happen. So here's what I think is going to happen, Warriors. I think we're going to have a nice little pullback right here. It's going to shake a bunch of weak investors out. Elon shook a bunch of people out. The Binance news today shook a bunch of people out. My apologies for these things. I do not know how to turn. I just got a new computer. Don't know how to turn notifications off. And so what's going to happen, Warriors, we're going to see a big pullback. It's going to be a healthy pullback. We're going to see a slingshot up. And I still believe around September, October, that's when the market's going to start to pull back. That's going to pull back to a new all-time low, right? A new all-time low. And what we're going to do is we're going to sit there, ride out that bear market. But you have to have a strategy, Warriors. My apologies. I'm trying. We got new systems, new computers, all this stuff. I have no idea how to shut that off. So you have to have a system. You have to have an exit strategy, Warriors. You have to have a game plan. You can't just come into the crypto space and sit there and sell your bags because Elon Musk says something, or sell your bags because your friend says something. You got to stay focused on the fundamentals. So that's exactly what we've done. We've created a Warrior Academy. We're coming up on 1,700 Warriors now worldwide. exit strategy, access to my portfolio, a Discord with over 1,300 warriors in the actual Discord. Right now, we got a call going on as we speak. We had a cryptocurrency call at 10 o'clock today, technical analysis calls on Friday. All the calls are recorded and sent out to you since we have people all over the country. We work out with you live daily. We have nutrition plans, subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision board creation. If you truly get into the academy and plug yourself in, warriors, it's absolutely going to change your life. Now, remember, we are not financial advisors. None of this is financial advice. We're just a group of people like Think and Grow Rich, a mastermind of people supporting and helping each other grow into the quantum financial system. We never claim to be a perfect program, but what we do claim is to surround ourselves with some of the greatest people in the world, helping each other to grow, to become the uncommon 1%. So everything you need is your description down below. Also, Kevin and I are doing our first meet and greet in Las Vegas, Nevada, July 17th, Circle Pool, 11 to 4 p.m. Click the link in my bio and Coach JB _ on Instagram. Also, Coach JB on TikTok and Kevin Anytime on Instagram. You can find us there and you can click the link on my bio. And down there, if you put your name and email, we'll let you know where we're going to be, but you'll find us. We're going to be the craziest guys having a great time. Just kidding. Link down below. Warriors, rise. Let's go.